thoughts there as the fans head to Nurenberg for their second game of the tournament. Sven and his men have been putting the finishing touches to their preparations at their HQ in Baden-Baden, and our sports correspondent Geraint Vincent is with them. Now, Geraint, all the talk is still about Wayne Rooney. Is there any indication that he's actually going to play on Thursday?
No official indication, no, Mary. Keep stum, I think, is the England policy with regard to Wayne Rooney at the moment. There has been speculation that Sven has agreed not to play him against Trinidad and Tobago this Thursday night, but I think there's every chance that Sven might still bring him on for the last 20 minutes of the game. He certainly wants to do that, and if Sven does bring him on, then that would be against the medical advice that certainly Man United have received. So it is a very sensitive issue, and that's probably why all the players who gave press conferences today answered no questions about Rooney. They were told not to. David Beckham was, though, happy to talk about how the team is responding to criticism of their performance in that game against Paraguay at the weekend. Here he is.
We respond with, working hard and getting on with our training, and that's the only way we can respond, because I think that if you listen to every bit of criticism that's said about you as a person or a player or as a team, then it's going to affect you, and we can't allow that to happen.
Well, England's training day in Nuremberg could have been a lot better. Gary Neville picked up a calf injury, and Wayne Rooney still doesn't know if his foot is ready to make that final step. Wayne Rooney looked fine. Sven-Göran Eriksson seems keen on putting him back on the bench. While Eriksson is bullish about Rooney's fitness, the FA are keen to play the diplomacy game with Manchester United. Some have suggested that a difference of opinion with Chief Executive Brian Barwick is delaying the boss's decision.
We have discussed it a lot in a positive way, but absolutely no disputes at all. And please, that's it. After the match tomorrow, I will talk about that situation.
It was Eriksson's intention to stick with the same team that began against Paraguay, but Gary Neville's calf injury now makes that unlikely. Owen Hargreaves or Jamie Carragher will come in.
But with little sign of the promised cooler weather, Trinidad and Tobago are bullish about their chances. Today, both coaches talked about the fitness of Wayne Rooney.
Rooney is match fit, and about all that story, I think almost for sure not starting the match. I don't think he has 90 minutes in his legs yet. Let me sleep on it.
I'm very happy that the guy is back, because I think a team like the World Cup deserves to see the best players for everybody.
As one Manchester United player prepared for his comeback, another limped out of training.
Gary Neville has a calf problem, and doubtful, very doubtful for tomorrow.
We know we're going to have to go out there and perform to win, because a lot of them are English-based players as well, and they've got pride. They want to do well for their country, and as I said, so do we. So it's going to be a battle, and we're expecting that.
Talking about cooler weather and rain, they talked about that for two, 3 days now. I don't know when it's coming. It's gone. Yeah, they are probably more used to the heat than we are, but you have to cope with it. You have to live with it. You can't change that, so it's nothing to even talk about.
It will help much to us, yes. Yes, we are looking forward that it will be warmer and warmer tomorrow.
We'll all be very surprised if Gary Neville plays, won't we?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be more likely Jamie Carragher at right back. That's who I would put in there.
There's no danger, I hope, that the England players will underestimate Trinidad and Tobago, but I do get a feeling that perhaps back home there's an assumption that England are going to knock 3 or 4 past them. Don't underestimate what a well-organised team can do. First, England need to get that win, but a bit of style wouldn't go amiss.
We will win the World Cup. You understand? Yeah. Straight up and down, we will win the World Cup.
England has a killer team this season. Rio Ferdinand, Michael Owen, all these guys.
Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard. You're not getting scared now?
Nah, well, they're good. I ain't really too scared.
I love England. I love Wayne Rooney, but I think Trinidad and Tobago is going to give them a good run for their money.
While it's still unclear whether the United striker will actually play, it seems that Rooney's fitness isn't the only worry that Sven-Göran Eriksson has ahead of the game. Mike Hall is in Germany for us this lunchtime to explain. Mike.
Yes, thank you very much. Just a few hours to go now to the big kick-off here, and already thousands of England fans have begun the short journey from the city centre here in Nuremberg out to the stadium. Now, you may have heard a few stories today regarding the proximity of the England team hotel to the city centre itself. and I thought this lunchtime we'd give you a little taste of what all the fuss has been about. This here behind me is the England team hotel. Less than 20 yards away over here, where this big tower is where hundreds upon hundreds, sometimes up to 1,000 England fans have been setting up camp in the evening, partying and singing songs into the early hours of the morning. Well, we popped out of our hotel with a camcorder early this morning, and these are the scenes that greeted us. Well, it's now 1 o'clock in the morning, as you can hear the noise is deafening, and you wonder how David Beckham and the boys are sleeping in their beds tonight. All that's happening just a few yards away from where the England players were trying to get some sleep. Now, questions are being asked about why FIFA decided to put the England team so close to the city centre, but it is a bit late for that now. We will find out in just a few hours' time just how good a night's sleep those players managed to get. Back to you.
The fans in the town very excited to see their heroes from the hotel window last night as well. The fans knew where the players were staying and they wanted to see them. They were not to be disappointed. Frank Lampard and David Beckham peering out to check on the action below. Wayne Rooney soon joined them, and before long he was making a video of his own for posterity. But there was one thing the fans really wanted to see, and the man didn't let them down. Has any man ever become a cult figure as fast as Peter Crouch? Gary Neville seemed to be working on a World Cup video diary as well. The night before a match as big as this, it was reassuring to see the players so clearly enjoying themselves. The mood in town too has been relaxed and cheerful, helped by the presence of 7,000 Trinidadians who are looking forward to this afternoon with mixed degrees of optimism.
Trinidad will shock the world. Trinidad will shock the world today. I mean, some of the players are kind of senior guys, you know, they'll...
I mean old?
Yeah, old.
We're quietly confident we're going to pull a surprise.
A draw?
Yeah.
At least a draw.
A draw against the mighty England.
Can you do that?
Yes, we can.
We did it against Sweden with 10 men in the second half.
England beat Jamaica 6-0 the other day.
Well, that was Jamaica. That wasn't straight out of Jamaica. No.
And between the fans, the atmosphere could hardly be better.
May the best team win.
Well,
may that be England.
No. James Mates, ITV News, Nurenberg.
The big day arrives, and so do thousands more England fans. Nurenberg station this morning delivering a constant stream of England shirts and optimism.
This is a big day for us. We've come down from Frankfurt today and we're looking forward to having a brilliant day. Have a few beers with the English fans and get into the spirit of things.
The atmosphere's been really good. Everyone's just enjoying the atmosphere here.
And England supporters have absolutely transformed this medieval city. It's normally a place of small streets and squares. It's now a sort of moving festival of patriotism and football. And what do the police make of tens of thousands of singing guests?
That's normal fan behavior. Right now, there is no more violence than we expected. It's really a good atmosphere right now.
Now, if you spend time with the England supporters, there is a real sense of pride that there hasn't been any trouble, that sort of reputations are being changed. But part of the credit for that has to go to the German police and the way that they have handled the operation.
This was Nurenberg's main square last night. An incredible atmosphere, English and German fans singing together after Germany's win. But down the road, a different feeling, a standoff after a fight outside a bar. There was aggression, but the police quickly separated the fans, closed the street. Within half an hour, things were back to normal. And you do get a sense that most Germans are enjoying their role as party host.
That's the first time I see an English fan this way. I never thought it would be so friendly. So
just 11 against 11. Understand? It's 11 men playing 11 men, and 11 men playing 11 girls. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We'll be there.
While everybody got 2 feet. So too is everybody in Trinidad and Tobago.
Where are you boys going to be watching the game? Down here, the beach bar, or where will we be watching the matches?
Down at the beach bar, drinking a couple beers.
Yes.
T-shirt on our back. Taking some shots. Taking some shots, you know what I mean?
Small country, yes. Big heart, yes. So when you go on the soccer field, it's all heart. It doesn't care what size your country is.
We got big heart. We heart is big. As you Richard see, Trinidad and Tobago. That's what we're talking about. Trinidad and Tobago. Right.
It's a relaxed, determined England team that arrived here at Nurenberg's Frankenstadion, determined to win, but to do it with style and authority, and maybe with Wayne Rooney. Trinidad and Tobago, they've already surprised Sweden. Now, how high can they lift themselves for the biggest match of their lives?
But if England do win, they will qualify for the business end of the World Cup finals with 5 days to spare. Who'd have thought it? Trinidad and Tobago, side by side with England, on the biggest stage in world football. Here's the team news. Wayne Rooney is fit to play, official. We will almost certainly see him later. No Gary Neville for the next 10 days or so. Jamie Carragher plays at right back, one of 4 positions he's occupied for England in the last 3 months alone. No change elsewhere. Michael Owen's confidence undiminished. He said yesterday he intends to be the leading scorer at the tournament. 2 English-born players in the Trinidad and Tobago lineup. Shaka Hislop from Hackney, Chris Birchall from Stafford. 2 changes though. Kenwyn Jones, a former teammate of Theo Walcott at Southampton, comes in on the right in front of Carlos Edwards. Gareth Southgate is alongside me. He's just announced his retirement from football. Bet you wish you were out there.
Well, I have to say, these are the occasions you do miss as a player. There's nothing better than playing for your country. And in a World Cup, it's the greatest stage for anybody.
How do you feel at a moment like this?
Well, there's a little bit of anxiety, but now they're out there, they're just ready to get on with it. I was just noticing Trinidad there as well. Yorkie will always have a smile on his face and looks very relaxed, but the rest of the team, because they played so well in the first game, have actually put a bit of pressure on themselves. So we'll see how they react to that.
Lennon, good knock back to Beckham. Is the cross coming in? It is towards Peter Crouch! It's in! Relief at last! Redemption for England and Peter Crouch! With barely 7 minutes to go! They may have saved themselves from huge embarrassment. And it's Peter Crouch from David Beckham. Well, 3 minutes to be added. Gerrard. Oh, it's number 2! Steven Gerrard with a belter. And England are going to end this match on a high note. What a strike from Steven Gerrard.
And it's difficult to break down teams like Trinidad and Tobago because they defend with 9-10 men behind the ball all the time, and with a lot of discipline. Every time they lose the ball, they're quick back, and when you meet opponents like that, I think you need to take the occasions. You have to score early.
Why do we struggle against inferior opposition?
I don't know. I think that maybe, you know, anticipation of the expectation of the team, especially when we're playing against, you know, a team that people saying that we should beat easily. You know, the expectation is higher, and when we haven't scored in the first 10-20 minutes, you know, that's when people start to get a bit nervous. And but you know, the good thing and the positive thing out of this is we did finish the second half strong.
Frustrating, but you can't let your head drop. You know, to keep going, and you know, thankfully when that chance came, it went in, and it was a great feeling. But you know, also a great feeling to know that we're through now.
We kept them at bay for 80 minutes, and it's a performance that I'm very proud of, and proud of the players and everyone, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago should be very proud of it.
If the team aren't, you know, firing on all cylinders, then it's very difficult for me to look great as well. I'm not a type of player like Wayne Rooney that, you know, that is always involved in the play, even if, you know, we're playing bad. My job for the team is to be always on the end of crosses, through balls, things like that.
The Rooney factor again seemed to lift everybody.
Yeah, and obviously the fans were desperate to get him on. Wayne was desperate to get on himself, and you know, as a teammate and a member of the squad, it was great to see him out there. And You know, that'll do his fitness the world of good, and obviously he's fit and available for selection now.